Hey folks, Lindsay here. If you are here from Veda, this is going to be all about recurrent neural networks, so if that's not interesting to you, skip to the next video. With that said, here we go. And I finished up week 1 of Coursera's course on sequence models, which is basically all about recurrent neural networks. So, what a recurrent neural network is for is when you have sequence data. So that would be like music is affected by notes around it, sentences, words, characters are affected by things around it. When you're trying to predict something that is based off of something that came before or something after. The concept is pretty simple once you get the hang of it, because you have this cell and then you basically just go around and around and around and just keep running things as you feed in new data and pass in the data from the prior calculations. I did a couple of the projects. The first one was just building a recurrent neural network step by step, worked through that one. The next project was actually really fun. It's called Dinosaur Island. So we're training it on dinosaur names, and we want it to be able to spit out brand new dinosaur names that sound like dinosaur names. So in the beginning, it's just spitting out gibberish. That's nothing. As we start training longer and longer, and it kind of starts to look like actual dinosaur names. Just as an extra bonus, they have one that's called Writing Like Shakespeare. So it's trained off of the Shakespeare poems, the sonnets, and we add in a phrase, a sentence, couple words, and it will basically take your phrase and generate it in Shakespearean type language. It doesn't always make sense. So Pamela, who is doing Veda, is trying to read a book a day for this whole month, which I think is crazy awesome. So I took part of her title. It was called My Take on a Wrinkle in Time. Put that in as my actual start value, and this is what you get spit out. I will link her YouTube channel down below. You should go check it out. She's really cool. So that's about it for recurrent neural networks. But I also was able to learn a little bit about React. I've used Ember before, but I've never really taken a look at React, so I wanted to give that a shot and just see what it's all about. The first thing that I built, this is actually kind of pretty, so I'll show this, is just a weather finder. I just kind of went along with a video that I found on YouTube. In the end, you can essentially type in a city, N-I-U-S, and so that's country code, and here's the weather. London, UK. And you get out the weather from London. And that tutorial was really like a good overview of getting data from an API. So there you go. That's about it. We will see you guys next week, unless you hear from Veda, and we will see you tomorrow.